that is capable of, at least to the extent of human ability, safeguard the participant. And so coming into the gate gives you a clear picture of what we're talking about. Because you come to the gate, you see plain-clothed and armed security personnel. That gives you an insight that the place is secured. Going further, for those who have vehicle, there is anti-crash barrier there. There is bomb detector. For those that are carrying IEDs and other explosives, it will be detected. Going further into this hall, you can see there are some security personnel at the reception. And I want to announce to you here, without any ambiguity, that in our midst are plainclothed security personnel that are here watching in order not to compromise our security. Now, when we talk about the other S, which is safety, which is basically what you are here to do today, your safety is guaranteed to an extent of human endeavor. How do I mean? The place is equipped with safety gadgets that is capable of helping in case of emergencies. Number one, of course, if you look around, as we are coming, you see fire extinguishers. They're there in case of any fire issue. Beyond the fire extinguisher, we have an addressable fire alarm system, which is automated, that has the propensity, the capability, and the ability to detect at the point any fire from whatever angle, so that it can be quashed. Of course, if we are here at the conference, and in the case of any fire incident, the best thing to do is to move swift, one by one, turn by turn, not stampeding, and move through the exit doors here and there. Going down this side, you see the staircase, that side you see the staircase, that side you see the staircase. And it gathers us at the front, at the back there, which is the muster point, the gathering point, of which after that, counting will be done to see that nobody is left behind. But in case of a blast, the best thing to do is to lie down flat immediately. Don't raise your head and move, crawling to the next exit door. But eventually you forget something. No. The best is not to go back. Leave it. Life first. As you're alive, you recover that. Environment. Of course, looking at the place, it is well lighted. The ACs are working. Near that exit door, that side where you see the computer ICT person, are conveniences for both male and female.
Yeah, so I discovered that the sound system was disconnected again. We are also working to fix that immediately. So
Honorable Minister for State, Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Yusuf Abdullah Atta, represented by Mrs. Edna Toby FOSHA, a fellow of the Occupational Safety and Health Association. You're welcome. You find yourself at the high table. We also want to make welcome Honorable Adegboyega Oyetola, the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, ably represented by the Director, Human Resource under the Ministry of Blue Marine and Economy, Mrs. Eshifa Incon, FSI. You're welcome. Thanks for coming. You can please sit at the other end of the high table. We have in attendance Honorable Festus Kiyamo, SEN, the Minister of the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, ably represented by Engineer Igu Pius, C, Minister Representative of the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace. Please wave where you are sitting. In due time, we are adding seats to the high table. Thanks for coming. God bless you. Now we shall have a welcome address to be delivered by Engineer Christian Oyibo, the Chairman, FCT Branch, Occupational Safety and Health Association. Please let's give him a round of applause as he comes on stage to give us the welcome address.
Good morning, all. I have a short address, a welcome address delivered by Engineer Christian Oyibo. FOSHA, German FCT branch at the 14th International Safety Conference on the awards. Distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and immense pleasure that I welcome you all to the 14th International Safety Conference and Awards 2024 with the theme, An Innovative Approach to Health, Safety and Environment in the Society. That's the theme of this year's conference. Today, we gather not only to celebrate remarkable achievements in health and safety, but also to deepen our understanding and commitment to innovative practices that can transform our communities. As we embark on this journey together, let us take a moment to reflect on the pressing challenges our society faces regarding health, safety, and environmental sustainability. The rapid advancements in technology and the evolving landscape of our industries demand that we adopt innovative approaches to effectively address these challenges. The theme underscores the necessity for creative solutions and collaborative efforts to ensure well-being of our communities and the preservation of our environment. Throughout this conference, we will engage in enlightening discussions, share best practices, and explore groundbreaking ideas that have the potential to redefine our strategies in health and safety, as well as the environment. We are privileged to host a distinguished Sorry. We are privileged to host a distinguished lineup of speakers and experts from various sectors, each bringing unique insights and experiences to enrich our understanding and drive our mission forward. Your support and dedication are invaluable to our collective goal of promoting safety and well-being in all facets of life. As we proceed with the conference, I encourage each of you to actively participate, share your perspectives, and network with one another. Together, we can build a safer and healthier society for generations to come. Thank you for your attention and welcome once again to the 14th International Safety Conference and Awards 2024. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that welcome address. So with that, we can declare this occasion open. And I want you to tell your neighbor, welcome to the safety family. We have heard our safety briefing. I have also listened to the welcome address. So it's safe to tell you all that we are in a facility that is healthy and it's safe and the environment is conducive for us to proceed. Thank you very much. Next in the agenda is a brief introduction to who we are, who the occupational safety and health is, what we have been doing, and how far we have gone as regards occupational safety and health in Nigeria. Please, ICT, please display the slides so the delegates can actually follow. The Occupational Safety and Health Association is a professional body that is registered in England and Wales, and its core aim objective is to promote occupational health, safety, security, and environment. Like we always say and do, the best safety device you can ever get is a safe worker. And that is what we advocate for, and that is what we always lay emphasis on. It is good enough to have good, productive workforce. But if any incident or fatalities happens, that work must stop. And we don't pray for death or loss of body parts. That is why it is very important for training and retraining to be done on your workforce. This will ensure maximum productivity and reduce expenses on any form of fatality. The slide is on the screen. Like I said, it's registered in England and Wales, and our motto is promoting safety and saving lives. Next slide. Next slide, please. Well, while we wait for that, we have different objectives and different mandates, which I will explain from time to time. The basic aim and objective is to promote a healthy workplace, a productive workplace, and ensure that human capacity and maximum efficiency is achieved, reducing any form of ill health, ill practices.
All right, so while we are working to restore the sound system, so you can hear what is going on at the center, I don't want you to feel left behind. Okay, so what just happened was presentation on the profile of OSH Association, all right, who we are, what we want to achieve, what we have achieved so far, and where we are going as an international safety organization registered in England and in Wales, with regional chapters worldwide and helping institutions, organizations, to prevent occupational ill health issues and work-related accidents. Okay, so we are working assiduously. We want to make sure that you have a very beautiful experience, just like those who have attended physically. Even though the network system in the country is not that reliable, there are a whole lot of technical issues and all that. But we'll assure you one thing, we'll always do our best so that you feel involved, so that you can also participate actively. Thank you.
I'm also the chairman council of fellows of this great association. By and large, as it has been mentioned on several instances, the business of safety is a holistic one. It is everybody's business. I always mention that you don't need any imam or a pastor to give you a lecture on a safety, health, and environment issues. Because as human beings, these are critical as far as your survival is concerned. It is not just in a working environment that you need safety. A housewife in her kitchen deserves the culture of safety. Just take an instance. Even your toilet, your bathing, if you do not take time, you slip away and you crush, and sometimes, unfortunately, you die, which is not our portion. So business of safety is very, very critical as far as our survival are concerned. Hence, we need to take it more seriously in our critical aspects of life. We started this business of conscientizing, raising the consciousness of the Nigerian working population for the past 14 years, 15 years. And we started and we'll be doing a lot in impacting knowledge, creating awareness, expanding the scope of our Nigerian population in various, not only the working people, but also the lawman or the locals in the Nigerian region. I want to proudly mention to this gathering that today, occupational safety and health is the only or is the most leading occupational social association that is creating value and adding value to Nigerian lives. when you could look at it from the point of view of comparison of the other safety associations. For the past 10 years, it is only this association that is holding an annual conference, educating people, touching lives, creating awareness, and so a lot. So we want to congratulate ourselves and also encourage ourselves to do more as far as the Nigerian issue is concerned. More fundamentally, that we are living in changing societies. Our societies are dynamically changing every day. It is natural that changes takes place in the environment and in a society. Societies are not static. We continue to grasp, adapt to these changes, and also develop innovations in order to cope with the changing issues and developments as far as societies are concerned. That is why this year's theme is an innovative approach to best practices as far as health, safety are concerned. We need to adapt to new technologies, new methods of doing things, and looking at how best we can improve our own lives and protecting our properties as far as safety and health within the Nigerian area is concerned. We want to thank participants who created time out of their busy schedule to be part of this conference this morning, and also to wish them safe journeys back to their respective homes as the conference unfolds. We want to look at the various speakers and also appreciate the interactive session that is coming up in trying to share knowledge, to develop capacities of those present, to see how best we can come up with best ideas and positions at the end of the conference. I want to thank you for listening, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We just listened to a double keynote address from the President, His Royal Highness, Dr. Ambassador Olusegun Aderemi, ably represented by the Chairman Council of Fellow, Dr. Dahatu Ahmed Mohammed. A round of applause for that keynote address once more. Now we shall move over to goodwill messages and special speeches. First on my list, in no particular order, is the representative of the Honorable Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. A round of applause for her, please.
The country chapter president, ably represented by the Chairman, Council of Fellow Nigeria chapter, Dr. Dahatu Mohammed. The Chairman, FCT branch, Engineer Christian Oyibu. All dignitaries present, men of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am Dr. Helen Ikebe, the Director for Occupational Health and Safety of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. I am standing here representing the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Adekunle Salako, at the 14th International Safety Conference and Awards 2024 on the theme, an innovative approach to health, safety best practices in the society as it concerns the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. The voice is mine, but the speech is from the Honorable Minister of State. In recognition of the need to protect the health of workers and maintain a state of sustainable development in the face of increased industrialization, the Occupational Health and Safety Division was established to ensure that individuals enjoy a healthy and productive life while at work and in retirement. Occupational Health and Safety of the Public Health Department of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare has undergone a lot of transformation since its inception in 1976. Having gone through so many challenges, its greatest obstacle was the lack of a guiding policy document. In order to ensure effective Occupational Health and Safety Division of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, the ministry successfully developed and launched a National Occupational Health and Safety 5-year strategic plan spanning 2024 to 2028 on the 12th November 2024 in Abuja. This strategic document is expected to guide on an innovative approach to health, safety best practices in the society as it concerns the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Furthermore, it will guide how the Nigerian health sector, alongside the stakeholders, respond to and manage work-related diseases, injuries, and accidents to improve the health, well-being, and productivity of employees. It has also necessitated the need to take stock of past experiences and continue building on what has been achieved while pushing for wider and more concrete ownership of OHS by the Nigerian government through the health sector at national and subnational levels. In the strategic plan documents, strategic objectives were outlined with activities and instruments that will be deployed to address challenges, and it aligns with the health sector strategic blueprint in achieving a healthy workforce, the key international target of sustainable development goals, including International Labour Organization and World Health Organization's conventions, treaties, policies, visions, missions, and recommendations, as well as national acts and laws which relate to occupational health and safety at the national and subnational levels. This has given strategic direction to the Federal Ministry of Health and other stakeholders on the practice of occupational health and safety, and also in improving the national productivity through a consistently high level of health among workers in all occupations by promoting a healthy environment for the Nigerian workforce that is safe to live and work in, and to ensure access to occupational health and safety services to every working individual within Nigeria. Another large innovation of the Federal Ministry of Health in occupational health and safety practices is the development of a national checklist. This has harmonized and unified procedure for workplace inspections at all levels of health system, national and subnational, for the formal and informal sectors. It is important to assure us that Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare will be embracing and unfolding more innovations, as such high-risk industries can significantly improve response times, enhance situational awareness, and ultimately save lives in the country. The future of emergency response is collaborative, data-driven, and powered by technology. And in adapting this, it will be at the forefront of creating a safer tomorrow. Thank you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Please, a round of applause for that goodwill message. Next, we shall have the goodwill message from the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. Please, let's give a round of applause as she comes on stage to give the goodwill message.
Members of the I table, I want to align to the existing protocol. Good day. It is just a pleasure for me to be present here to represent my honorable minister, Adogbe Yotela, on this very important occasion. Now, when we talk about safety, many people have so many conceptions about safety. Many people think that safety is only applicable to high industries like construction, factories, but honestly, it is not just so. Safety is for everyday work. It's for all of us, whether on the road, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, in the offices. We have to put safety as the most important thing to do. Safety practices must be woven into the fabric of how we work. In our offices, for example, we can make huge difference in our offices. There are instances that even the chair provided in the offices for us to sit down, by the time you leave the office, pains everywhere, because we are not taking into consideration safety in the purchase of all these equipment, the seats, the table, everything we need. So in our offices, it's been advisable because of this occupational safety that has been established. And when I was looking, when I were invited, I looked at the topic, innovative approach to high safety best practices in the society. This actually called for deep thinking about how we can protect our life in every corner of our workplace and community. On the health side, in our offices, we have to make provision for sick bay, basic medical supplies like kits, blood pressure, monitors, and even automated external defibrillator. I have been in an office that a staff was in the lift, just moving. The staff collapsed. There was no way to rush the staff to. By the time we could get the staff to the hospital, he was declared dead. Why? Because we didn't have immediate remedy. No sick bay to give first aid to the staff. So I think in all our workplaces, we must be able to have a well-equipped sick bay. We can give first aid to cases like that. Safety goes beyond just equipment. It's about creating a mindset. Do you have the mindset about safety? Mindset of awareness and readiness. One way to achieve this is through training programs to ensure employees know how to respond to emergency, identify hazards, and report incidents promptly. A staff was climbing up the staircase because the lift was not working. She started panting because she wasn't aware of the situation, the risk involved. She kept on climbing. By the time she got to the next step, all what she knew was, thank God people were around, she collapsed. But because people who are knowledgeable were there, she was able to be brought back to life. So there's need for awareness to be created to our staff in our workplaces. There's need for training, sensitization program, and also a good incident reporting system allows us to learn from mistakes and prevent them from happening again. When we talk about safety, occupational safety, we also need to think about the environment outside the workplace. For teams that operate on the move, such as drivers or field staff, vehicle safety standards like regular maintenance and proper loading procedure are critical. Ensuring that they have access to emergency contacts and communication tools can be very life-saving. Therefore, organization safety, health safety health association has been instrumental in driving this mindset. Their dedication to achieving zero fatality and promoting occupational safety standard is commendable. At least when they had the last training year, 2 of our staffs from the ministry represented the ministry, and they came back and they spoke very well about the workshop. This organization has also shown us that innovative doesn't always mean new technology. It can also mean finding better ways to implement existing ideas, sharing best practices, and ensuring safety becomes a shared responsibility. Safety is not just a one-man show, business show. It's a shared responsibility. Today, as we celebrate achievements and share insights, I encourage all of us to think about safety, not as a requirement, but as a responsibility we owe to one another. Let's take back anything, whatsoever we are going to learn here, and commit to improving safety in our own workplaces. Remember, no action is too small when it comes to saving lives. Together, we can build workplaces. Together, we will not only build workplaces, but our own society, our own homes, safety to our children, safety to the market women, safety for as many that you come across, where everyone feels secure, valued, and protected. When a situation like this exists in a workplace, the staff will be well assured that they are protected. But if there is no provision for how their health, their sitting, everything, if it's not well provided for, they will be skeptical. They won't be happy coming to the office. I want to use this opportunity to thank the occupational health safety for how far they've gone. And I pray that they wouldn't feel, we have gone so far, let us stay back. No, continue moving on. Continue doing what you know best, how best to do it. And I think it will help in the enlightenment, awareness in our various ministries. Thank you for the opportunity. And I look forward to every discussion. And I believe I'm going to learn a lot from here. And while going, I think whatsoever I will learn here, we'll be able to do better in our various ministry. We'll be able to organize sensitization, not for only the key staff who are representative champion, but for the entire staff. And I think in most of our ministries, like where I'm from, there's a provision for that. We are going to have, approval has been given. We are going to have 2 days out, one for public enlightenment. The second day, we are coming to health to bring some personnel to come to the office to organize 2 days open clinic for all the staff. We will make provision for medication, some tests to be taken care of, for them to know the state of their health. I think by doing so, some of them are already calling me, Director of Human Resources, what is the plan? They are eager, because some of them don't even know what they're passing through. But by the time this is brought to their doorstep, they'll be able to have a privilege to get themselves tested. And this will help them to productivities in the various ministries. I thank you all.
Let's keep the clap coming. Thank you very much, Ma, representative of the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. Next, goodwill message will be from the Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, represented by Mrs. Edna Demi Toby, a fellow of the Occupational Safety and Health Association. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you very much for giving me the floor. Members of the high table, the chairman, Council of Fellows, who is wearing two caps today, representing the regional presidents, the members of OSHA, the representatives from the ministries representing the ministers, the distinguished participants, guests and stakeholders, and also members of OSHA. Good morning and a very warm welcome to everybody who is present here. It is a great honor and pleasure for me to deliver the goodwill message of the Honorable Minister of State for Housing and Urban Development, Right Honorable Yusuf Abdullahi Attar, on this occasion of the 14th International Safety Conference and Awards 2004, in the presence of so many distinguished participants and guests. The Honorable Minister of State, he acknowledges and he appreciates the special invitation which he received from the association. But due to prior national engagements that coincided with this important conference, and realizing his very keen interest on the issues of safety and security, he requested me to extend his apologies and goodwill to everybody who is present and for this conference and the proceedings that are going to take place here. By way of introduction, my name is Dr. Edna Demi Toby. I'm a special assistant on international cooperation and partnerships to the Honorable Minister of State, Right Honorable Yusuf Abdullahi Attar, Minister of State, Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. I'm also particularly honored and very pleased to be present here in your midst because I am a fellow and an advocate of safety of this very distinguished and purpose-driven association, having been admitted roughly over a year ago. That was in November 2023. Permit me now to deliver the goodwill message of the Honorable Minister of State to this 14th conference to OSHA as approved by him. And I read, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, extend very warm welcome to all those who have joined us here from far and wide to discuss and find practical solutions to the important issues of safety that will benefit all categories of people in every sector. I'm very confident that with the large and varied gathering of stakeholders and partners here present, you will do absolute justice to this conference, which is aptly titled An Innovative Approach to Health, Safety, and Best Practices in the Society. I therefore wish you very useful and fruitful deliberations as you share information, experiences, and best practices to assist OSHA in offering additional strategies and tools to address the numerous challenges of home, workplace, and environment safety in our dear country. Personally, I believe that the OSHA Association is a very important and critical and very strategic one, as it deals with key issues affecting the fundamental aspects of our health and safety, and ultimately our well-being, our all well-being, in fact. At various points and times, we must have experienced a fair share of safety challenges and avoidable incidences in the home, work, and external environment. We've had quite a lot of that from examples that have been indicated by past speakers. Also, frequently enough, there are reported incidences of health and safety failure in markets, in homes, in factories, on our waterways, on our highways, on our roads, in our hospitals, in schools, environments, in the recreational areas, in the handling of our animals and pets. You name it. We've had incidences of where we've had snakes crawling up toilet seats. We've had incidences of where people have taken showers and been electrocuted. And these are all safety issues that most people do not take into consideration in their everyday life. Therefore, these have resulted in severe injuries, in fatalities, very close fatalities, and even death. Therefore, it cannot be emphasized enough that issues of safety is a real concern in every situation. The lack of sufficient safety awareness on the part of most people remains a key contributory factor. I therefore wish to acknowledge the importance of the OSHA Association in bridging this gap and applaud it for the many other exemplary initiatives and strides that it has accomplished to achieve zero tolerance and fatalities and unsafe incidences in the wider society at large. Notable also is the support to government institutions towards ensuring best practices in occupational safety and health. Certainly, OSHA's commitment and accomplishments over the years in Nigeria are commendable. And I have no doubt that your deliberations at this 14th conference this year will further reinforce, it will deepen, and it will strengthen your actions and your plans. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at the Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, safety, security, and health concerns are of extreme importance. Our entire management team, led by the very able Honorable Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, and my humble self, that is the Minister of State for Housing and Urban Development, and also myself, we ensure that positive safety and security concerns are an integral part of our responsibilities in delivering the housing and urban development policies and programs under the renewed hope reform agenda of President Bola Tinubu-led administration. The ministry has in place an active and robust workplace safety and health team to improve and strengthen this important aspect of our work environment. Also in place are active information and communication mechanisms, which are always in constant use. We have a clinic, which is downstairs, and that is actually very important. I'm happy that you pointed that out, that it's good to have a health service near any working place or any functional activity area where immediate aid can be offered to those who might need it. We will also continuously seek to safely secure our work environment and perform our critical roles as safety advocates in the association in promoting safety and saving lives. And let me stop at this point to also make a case for the disadvantaged, the disabled, and that we should try and consider them in our planning and in our activities. In most cases, just recently coming here a few minutes back, there was somebody who was on a wheelchair trying to get up to the 5th floor of one of the buildings, and he had to be physically carried by a couple of people. And I think that is really bad. Most times we plan thinking that we're going to be healthy forever. But I tell you, after a while, your limbs, your body starts to, well, it has taken the stress of many years, so it's not as functional anymore. And we should plan not just for the present times, but also for the future. And that is what we are trying to incorporate into our programs of housing and urban development. And I also encourage all the MTAs to please give a chance to our brothers and sisters who are on the other side and who are not as able-bodied as we are. Thank you. So in wrapping up, Excellencies, our distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is on this note and in recognition of the good and worthy services that the OSHA Association provides to humanity that I once again welcome you all and wish you a very robust, at the end of the day, a safe passage back to your various destinations. I thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the association. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much to a distinguished fellow and a representative of the Honorable Minister. Next is the representative of the Honorable Minister, Festus Keyamo, SEN, Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Engineer Eagle Pius. Please, you can come up on stage and give us your special remark.
Members of the High Table, distinguished guests, members of OSHA Association, esteemed professionals, members of press, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here. My name is Engineer Pius Shugus, Deputy Director, Safety and Policy in the Department of Air Safety Administration, Federal Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development. I'm here representing my minister, Honorable Minister Festus Keyamo, SAN. He sent me to present these words to you. The voice is actually mine. It is both a privilege and an honor to join you today at this esteemed gathering, the 14th International Safety Conference and Award. Your dedication to fostering a culture of safety, innovation, and sustainability across sectors is laudable and resonates deeply with the core objective of the aviation and aerospace industry. The theme of this year's conference, an innovative approach to health and safety best practices in the society, aligns perfectly with the critical need for a robust framework that prioritizes safety as a driver for national development and sustainability. In the aviation sector, safety is not merely a standard. It is the cornerstone upon which trust, growth, and operational excellence are built. I endorse you to allow me to highlight some of the ways the Nigerian aviation sector has contributed to improving safety and public health standards. One is adherence to global safety regulations. Nigeria's aviation sector has consistently aligned with international civil aviation organization standards and recommended practices. This adherence is exemplified by Nigeria's commendable performance in the ICAO Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program, which highlights the nation's robust implementation of safety management systems. These commitments not only ensures the safety of passengers and crew, but also fosters public confidence in air travel. Implementation of state safety program. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority NCAA have been instrumental in the state safety program, emphasizing proactive risk management and continuous safety enhances efficiency in emergency medical evacuations and the delivery of healthcare resources to remote regions, directly improving health outcomes. Upgrading airport infrastructure. Recent investments in airport infrastructure have significantly improved operational safety. The modernization of runways, air navigation systems, and fire safety equipment not only enhances flight safety, but also ensures that airports can function as hubs for disaster response and health-related logistics. For example, improved infrastructure facilitates the rapid deployment of vaccines, medical equipment, and healthcare personnel, especially during pandemics or natural disasters. Human capital development. The focus on training and certifying aviation personnel to global standard has elevated safety in Nigeria's aviation sector. Skilled professionals are better equipped to handle health-related emergencies, whether on board flights or within airport premises. This expertise ensures swift and effective responses to in-flight medical crises, benefiting passengers' health and well-being. Collaboration with industry stakeholders. Initiatives like the Aviation Safety Roundtable foster dialogue and innovation, addressing safety and operational challenges unique to Nigeria. This collaboration extends to the health sector, with aviation industry playing a crucial role in initiatives such as medical air lifts, disaster response coordination, and the establishment of quarantine and health screening facilities during health crises, like we had in the COVID-19 pandemic. Advancements in technology. The adoption of cutting-edge technologies, including automated safety checks, predictive maintenance systems, and that has elevated safety standards in aviation. This also enhances operations. The role of world and innovation. Immense potential. But innovation extends beyond technology. It also involves cultivating a proactive safety culture, one where every stakeholder, from ground crew engineers, air traffic controllers, to pilots, is efforts such as this conference are instrumental in sharing knowledge and solutions.
that are in our sustainability is sector footprint and health and safety practices. Not just extension, it is transformative. I look forward to the next session that this conference will undoubtedly convey and collaborating with possible to translate these ideas into impactful action. And I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you very much, Engineer, special food message. Now, move on to presentation of the day to be delivered by Dr. Idobisi Oyema, is a distinguished president of the Occupational Safety and Health Association and the Chief Executive Officer of Kids Swimming Academy. Please let's give a round of applause. Who will be speaking to us on a community-based approach to operational safety and health. Round of applause for him.
Good morning, everyone. Members of the high level, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, family standard education protocols. My name is Dr. Idobisi. I'm speaking of innovative community-based approach to safety and health. Now, you all have with me that safety is a collective responsibility of everyone citizen. If I have a weakness, I might just have a hands up. Thank you so much. So it's our collective responsibility to do the needful when it comes to health and safety. And what are the things we need to do to bring us up? Our first time, an icebreaker. The vein of human suffering is tradition. Speaking to how we create this stuff, how we've always done it, and why we don't change how we do it. Now, there used to be one small boy, just a little boy, that was sitting by the bus station, and he was expecting the bus to pick him up at the station. And there was this elderly person that has always been in another station for over 15 years. And the bus will always stop at the station where that elderly person was. So he beckoned the small boy and said, come over to this other station. The bus is leave you if you don't come over. And the boy said, the bus is going to come to this station today. And the elder persuaded him, and they kept going back and forth. Long story made short, the bus eventually came and stopped at the station where the little boy was. The man was surprised. What really happened? This has never happened, but that the bus driver is my dad. So this morning, he told me where exactly I will stand where the bus was going to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a more fast-paced economy, accelerated and overwhelming with complexities here and there. But the truth is that
we can do this thing. It's possible. So I want us to echo it out that it's possible. It's possible. I want to speak to you
Possible.
from my heart this morning, because this is an issue that we all relate. Against a command was just work for goodwill people. They were sent to help, but they were a single person. And everybody stood there. What do we do? You know, the pandemonium, everything. And everyone was just health and safety to our neighborhood for this workshop, where we can get this information. What happens within our neighborhood? And I want to ask this candid question. When was the last time, as an OSH ambassador, that you took out time within your neighborhood just to give a simple pep talk on basic first aid? I want to talk to our conscience. I want us to have a mind change towards this approach. It's an a big task to do with me and you. It doesn't have a framework. It doesn't have grammar and grammar. The person is no longer breathing. All needs at that moment connect back to the system. The heart is no longer blood to the brain. Perform a card. Oh, in the eventuality the person dies, you're just trying to assist, but you have to write a statement in the police station. These are all issues that people, you know, we have to create more awareness. Avoiding that state, I was not there. So it's better leave the person that if we can have to, then we can have more collaboration, even with the police and other, you know, agencies. It could have just been an information problem, not really education, because you don't need to be educated to perform CPR. Just the basic things that you need to. Why am I driving this conversation from? I want us to understand how beautiful the document is. If we don't drive it to our communities, then we have not done anything. It is our collective responsibility to begin to rethink, to reset our mindset, rejuvenation. We need this information. Who are those that need this information? The people within our neighborhood. The first person within your sphere is your neighbor. And that is the first person you are accountable for. The first person you are accountable for right there at this high table is the person sitting next to you. And I'll ask this question. Turn to the next person sitting close to you. Ask the person, what is the state of your mind this morning? Come on. We're too official. Let's loosen up a bit. Ask them, did you get a smile? It's important. Everybody's running in the it's key that we but what are the things we are doing within our communities? And I'm very particular about our communities because that is the first point of call. Safety and health has to be taken there. We have collaborations that we can do with, agencies, media houses, and now, thank God for technology, we can take this message within 1 minute to across the globe. It's our collective responsibility. It might not cost us much. It might just be a little sacrifice. Within the community, 10,000 can get you organized, a small, program for the community. And someone will be saying, why should I have to go extra mile? But you've saved one life. And one life saving another life becomes an exponential effect. Now, I tell us, seated here, we are over 50. Can you imagine 50 of us taking this information to our communities? That is 50 different neighborhoods. Imagine we have 20 people within those neighborhoods. That is 1,000 people getting this information. Those 1,000 driving it again to 10 other neighborhoods have 10,000. Come on. It becomes an exponential effect. And this is what we can do collectively. It doesn't take much. It only takes one sacrifice. Lao Tzu would say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. For you to get ahead, you must get started. And this is why I want us, to get all started with this so we can begin to see how best we can do this. But I want us to say it again. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible to change the culture. Look at the little girl out there drinking from that dirty water. If only she knew the number of pathogens she would have contacted from just taking that water, the Shigelias, the Salmonellas, even the noroviruses, probably should have taken from there. She would have known better. But she's helpless because that is the only option she's got. It's our collective responsibility to do the needful. What is the community-based approach? The community-based approach is centered on giving back to the society. Someday, every moment becomes a memory. And monuments are created where movements stop. But what you will be remembered for are those things you did while here. Because sometimes, someday, we all go. But what will be remembered for are those things we've done within our communities, within our neighborhoods. When people read biographies, they don't say, oh, he did this for himself. No, this was what he did for us. This was what he did for the community. So the question this morning, because I've come to stir up our minds, what are you doing within your neighborhood? What are the impacts you are making? What will you be remembered for? Little things, because it's not about the big differences we are making, but the little things that make the big differences. And that's all that we need to do. And that's all that we need to do. Just to create that value, just to create a system. And that takes us to statistics. When you look at the statistics, over 1.1 million globally die from accidents. Over 2.7 million globally die from, workplace-related accidents. These accidents could have been avoided, yes. These things, trips, falls, slips, they could have been avoided if only everybody checkmates the, making sure that there's safe act and safe condition. Within our homes, what is the safety architecture within our homes? Are the children aware of muster areas, muster points within the home in case something happens? Because accidents don't announce themselves. Sometimes it just happens. So what do? Within the schools, when was the last time you went to a school and delivered a free 10 minutes, 15 minutes safety lecture just for them to understand what to do and how to do what to do? If you can't train them, you can't blame them. So it is our responsibilities to come back home. I want us to come back home to the things that we need to be doing. These are little things that we need to do, but when you leave them, there are little foxes that spoil the vine. So when we begin to checkmate these gaps, we'll begin to see a better perspective because we'll have a better, environment, a safer environment, a safer, healthy environment. The other time I was doing a training on food safety, and I was able to tell them that some of these practices are just simple things we do. Somebody goes to the convenience and uses the convenience without properly washing the hand. Now he picks up some fecal contamination hiding within the finger because he didn't wash his hand properly, gets and grabs an apple, and someone says, oh, please, help me out wash this apple. Yeah, he's sincere about washing it, but he's sincerely wrong because he's washing it with a contaminated hand. He washes the apple, delivers it to Oga, Oga eats, and the next day Oga couldn't come to work, vomiting and diarrhea. Why? One simple action. How many wash hand points do we have within our ministries, within our workplaces? How close are they? Because if they're not close, people wouldn't use them. So these are simple things that we need to bring home. We're not talking about robot technology. We're not talking about robot or AI here. We're talking about simple practices that we're used to, but we can, consolidate more. So I'm urging us this morning to look back home, to look into those little things that we can avoid. These accidents could have been avoided. These injuries, these casualties could have been reduced if only someone took that responsibility of doing the needful. Now, I want to tell us that any cat that is dreaming of becoming a lion tomorrow will first lose appetite for rats today. So if we are talking about having, good frameworks designed for safety and health, for the environment, we must first of all start where? From our homes. It's not about what's happening in White House in Washington, D.C. It's more about what's happening in our own house. So let us start from home. Let us start from our communities to begin to drive this model. And one of the things my big sister talked about was mindset. We must have a change in mindset. Miles Monroe of blessed memory said something, say, nothing changes until your mind changes. So if the mindset is not changed, then nothing changes. And that takes us to the iceberg model. But the iceberg talks about mental model. It talks about, which is vision. It talks about the patterns and talks about the structures. Now I'll tell you, if the culture remains same, something must kill a man. So must that particular act kill you? The answer is no. So you can, upgrade by learning through information, through this training, by, creating workshops and seminars so that you become more informed. Alvin Toffler said something. He said the illiterate of the 21st century are not those that can't read and write, but those that can learn, unlearn, and relearn. So we must begin to consciously and intentionally begin to see perspectives from the cultural perspective, from the awareness. If you can't train them, you can't blame them. So are we taking this information out as ambassadors? Let it become our responsibility. Let it become a mandate. Let it become a commitment we are making today that within our sphere, within our neighborhood, within our community, we will drive this information so that people can see these things, so that this thing can be more visible. When they begin to see safe acts, safe conditions, knowing what best to do, best practices, then they begin to do it. It will reduce the fatality and injury. The end product of protein synthesis is the formation of amino acids. The end product of all that we're saying today is to see how best we can promote health. Are we saying the right thing? How we can promote health, safety within our environment, within our community, within ourselves. The number one chief security and safety officer is you, within your workplace and anywhere you find yourself. As I wind down this morning, a change, a shift in mindset will go a long way to help us. A change in mindset will help us because once the vision is clear that safety is the number one thing, then people within that unit will begin to think safety, will begin to speak safety, will begin to act safety. And within our frameworks, you have the plan, do, check, act, framework, and it will align with what we're saying here. Then when the culture is gotten right, it will change the structure. It will change the pattern. If you have a place that you have more, fire accidents, the first thing to ask yourself is, what is the composition of the structure? What is the composition of that building, making of that structure? What is the safety architecture of that place? If it's wood, definitely it will be prone to fire more. So what do? You change it to bricks. Are we saying the right thing? That is absolutely it, because you have to change the process for the result to change. And the same approach will have. And what is the conclusion here? There's an innovative community. But before the conclusion, I want us to drive something within the workplace, and something I call the PAMA V model. It was first postulated by Professor Martin Seligman. And the PAMA V is an acronym. P is positive emotion, for those writing. E is engagement. R is relationship. M is meaning. A is achievement. And V is vitality. I'll just run down through this PAMA V concept. And I want us to pay attention to this. Now, positive emotion, when you create a healthy environment within your workplace, people will be more motivated to do the right thing. A lot of people don't comply because they don't see the need to comply. If the leaders are not doing the right thing, why will we follow to do the right thing? That will be their question. So once there's a positive emotion, there's a positive energy within the workplace, then the compliance will be more. The information, the education that they need, they will grasp that information. Why? Because they know that the leader is acting in compliance with standards. The next thing is engagement. We need to engage them. We need to engage people within our workplace. This has a ripple effect. So by the time we engage more people will take this message out. The next is relationship. We must build healthy relationship within our organization. This is one thing that is missing. When was the last time you asked the security man, how was your weekend as Oga? And I'm relating it to those at the high table now. And I'm extending it to those there. When was the last time you patted someone that a cleaner? Oh, wow, how was your weekend? How is your madam doing? When was the last time? I'll reserve that question. The next one is meaning. Making meaning is more important than just making money. Because at the end of the day, you will not be, your achievements per day are not in the harvest you make, but in the seeds you plant every day. Those daily things you are doing, they count. Those daily things we are doing count. Alexander Graham said something. He said, a person as a principle owes little to what he's born with. A person is what he makes of himself. It's not about your background or biography. It's not about your history. But you can do the little thing you can put in place. Just the little thing you're doing within your community can make the big difference. The achievement, celebrate yourself. Celebrate little achievements you make, but don't over-celebrate them so that people don't clap you out of relevance into obscurity. The little achievements you make, celebrate them. Those are the community-based approaches in bringing this safety. And the last one is vitality. This is where a lot of us are not getting it right. When was the last time you exercised? When there's one, compulsory one in the office, everybody will carry joggers and come. Carry glucose for handle. Because this is something that you need to do consistently. It's not just once in a while, no. The muscles have memory. What you do every day will help you. It will guide you. Now, outside, what kind of exercise do you do? My favorite is swimming. I'm an American certified level 5 swimming coach. So I'll recommend swimming for everyone on the high table. Once you are above 45, don't waste your time taking walks and all the air we have around there is not even healthy enough. Go for what? Swimming. And if you don't know how to swim, we can talk about that later. But just be in water. Water has this therapy it's rejuvenating. Just be in the water at the shallow end. Have a coach beside you. Don't go alone. Have a coach beside you and just take a walk within that shallow end. It will rejuvenate. It will calm your mind. It will relieve your stress. There's so much stress. 4 A's in stress management. You what? Avoid, alert, accept, and adapt. Avoid, alert, accept, and what? Adapt. We wouldn't talk about that, but those are the things we need to avoid stress. Don't pile up work on yourself. Take back and overshoot at home. Vitality. talked about exercise. The next thing is resting. A lot of us still carry all the paper from office to the house. When will this paperwork finish? Say, let me tell you something. You have to be alive to be around. Never you forget this. You have to be what? Alive to be around. Now, let me tell us four things stress will help us do. Rest will help us do. Now, when you rest at some particular time of the day, mostly in the night, there are 4 hormones that the rest will trigger. Number 1 is melatonin, 2 is serotonin, 3 is epithalamic, and 4 is vasopressin. Now, all that you need to do is to rest well, sleep well, and you have this thing. They will help you in anti-aging, so you don't need to take any drug to, stay healthy. Already your body, God has wired that into you. All you need to do is to what? Rest. So exercise, rest. Then meditation. Meditation is very important. Close your eye, disconnect from all the paperwork, disconnect from all the money looking for, disconnect from everything, all the stress, and just close your eyes. Take a deep breath like a Valsalva maneuver. Deep in, out for 1 minute, for 5 minutes. Do that every day. Do you know what that will help? It will help certain parts of your brain. The nucleus accumbens, it will help it. The corpus callosum dividing the 2 hemispheres, it will help you. The parietal lobe, it will help you. All these parts of your brain, the insula, it will help them. It will help you live healthy. Lastly, put up the conclusion there. Safety and health is our collective responsibility. Now look at those guys there. If they knew better, they would have done better. Sitting in a refugee and just having their paparazzi there. What they will be collecting at the end of the day, they won't be aware of. They say someone died. Died, why did the person die? This is the result. But we can avoid this. We can reduce the impact of this. When you sitting down there, will collectively come and promote our programs, the OSH programs within your community, within your association, the National Orientation Agency, the Ministry of Information, all the ministries and parastatals that we can collaborate with. Let us make it a point of duty. Please, my brother Harry, I would like us to partner with the Ministry of Health, partner with all the ministries, both the ones we've been partnering with, and shift the accelerator so that we can have a more inclusive, action plan that will help us achieve all that we need to achieve. A.P. Kalma would say something. It said, if you must shine as the sun, then you must be ready to burn as the sun. This is a possibility. This we can do. But all that we need to do is to say a yes to it, and we can see it happen. I will always say, and I'll leave us with this word. It was a Latin word, mens sana in corpore sano, meaning a healthy mind in a healthy body. Thank you so much.
I think it deserves another round of applause. That was a detailed lecture on community-based approach to occupational health and safety delivered by Dr. Ndubisi Oyema. Now we'll move over to a group photograph session with members of the high table to close this session as we prepare for a panel discussion to be led by Engineer Ahmed A.S.Y. Kutigi, the chairman of Nigerian Society of Engineers, Abuja branch. Please, we'll come over here. All right. Before the photograph session, we also want to make welcome some of our invited guests and fellow member inductee who just walked in the person of Dr. Mohammed Jamin Zakari, a registrar, Federal College of Education, and technical section in Nasarawa State. Thank you for that. We'll move now to the photograph session, and we'll welcome all others as I get indication. Please, members of the high table, the speaker, the inductee, please, will move over to the front eye. Let's have a good photograph. Please, we are definitely going to use the high table for panel section. So all invited guests can please return to their seats. The panel discussion is going to be an interactive one to be led by Engineer Ahmed ASY Kutigi, the chairman of Nigeria Society of Engineers Abuja branch. And the panelists will be called to come up and have that panel discussion. Some of them are already known. We shall also call you to take the stage. And if you have been here before, you can still be called upon to return back to your seat for that panel discussion. I would like to have representative of the Federal Fire Service or FCT Fire Service to come on stage to join us for the technical panel discussion. A representative from FCT or Federal Fire Service, please. ADM Mrs. DS Asa, if you are here, please join them in the technical panel session. Madam Grace Augustine from the Nigerian Police Force, please join them in the technical panel session. Dr. Mrs. Helen Ikebe, you also join them in the technical panel session. Please, as I'm calling you, you need to come over to the front eye. This session will be led by Engineer Ahmed ASY Kutugi, and they are discussing on an innovative approach to health safety best practices in the society. Please take your seat. What will be in the middle? Yes. Mr. Dahim T. Bello from Oba Benue River Basin, please join them in the high table. All right. So with this, I think we are complete. And I'll hand over the mic to the panelist and the moderator of this panel session, Engineer Ahmed ASY Kutigi, to lead the panel discussion. It's going to be an interactive section, and each of these panelists will share insights on questions and possible answers that will actually gear us into making us understand the innovative approach to health safety best practices in the society. Thank you very much. Please, you have 40 minutes for this session. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. It is my pleasure to be here. And also, in fact, I'm grateful to preside over this session in my own mother ministry. I'm Engineer Ahmed ASY Kutigi, a staff of Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, and also the chairman, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Abuja branch. So looking at the topic of today, which is an innovative approach to health and safety, and also the best practices in the society. If you look at it, you can now see that it's all about an integrated occupational health and safety management system, which has to do with a holistic management involved in adopting the integrated occupational health and safety. For it, is just to start from either it is work or it is a home or whatever system we find ourselves to be safe. And also being innovative now will now also lead us to the technological world, Internet of Things, telemedicine, and co. So it is my pleasure to have 4 panelists to make a discussion here. And I think 1 minute will be enough. We have 40 minutes, so we can be able to do 2 rounds or 3 rounds. Just that I don't have the names handy, but at least I know this one. Even if anywhere this one go, I know him. I know the first person, and then the officer here. So, officer, as a Nigerian police force, now we are now looking at an integrated operational health and safety. What is the way out? Thank you.
Thank you all. Good morning. I'm SP Grace Augustine Momo from the Nigerian Police Force Medical Services. So the safety to people is a way forward in every organization, not only at the workplace, even at homes. Like in my own perspective in our office, like the Nigerian Police Force, there are a lot of tragedy that used to happen to even police officers at work. In the office there, some of them used to slump and they die. And some of them, maybe during operation in the field, they have a lot of accident and so forth. So the way forward, I feel if there is a way they can educate them, like this type of settings, if they can go out and also make it a public affair, they can go to like the command and the zones, even the headquarters, and organize lectures for them on safety. And if they can also equip the command or their workplaces with equipment that can handle emergency cases, so that in case of any emergency, they'll be able to handle those cases very well. And also not only having the equipment, let the officers be trained on how to use them, because some of them have the equipment that for them to handle cases of emergency, where they cannot even use it. So if the officers can be trained, maybe few people can be selected from each of the departments and be trained so that they will know what to do in cases of emergencies. I feel this will go a very long way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, officer. Let me now come to Engineer Abdulrahman. I'm sure this is almost, let me say, 10 or 15. Leave you on. You're working with the Federal Fire Service, and I know you are one of the experts they have in fire and safety design. How far have you gone on technology innovation in the approach to fire protection? Because now we are looking at how do we now innovate into the health and well-being of our people. and systems. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, all. Okay, it's afternoon, but in our culture, it's always morning. So, fire is something that is natural, and it can be caused by human being, it can be caused by different things. Fortunately and unfortunately for us, fire is useful. It's something that if it is under our control, it's useful. If it is beyond our control, then we have to do something about it. But broadly speaking, when you talk of innovation, because man has been with fire from time immemorial, we have learned as we produce more hazard, as we have more dangerous fires, you have to innovate to bring in new system of handling the things you normally handle conventionally. So briefly, when you are talking of fire safety, you are looking at first, do you have fire prevention? You can innovate there. You have alarm and detection. You can innovate there. You have automatic fire suppression system. You can innovate there. You have means of egress system from your building. You can innovate there. You have construction, compartmentalization. You can innovate there. You have structural protection. You can innovate there. And you have firefighting infrastructure. You can innovate there. When you say innovation, innovation essentially means you have incremental improvement in the way you do things. In Japan, they have what is called kaizen. Kaizen essentially means you don't have to jump at once to have a big improvement, but you can have incremental small improvement. If I take a specific example of the things, I've just listed 8 layers of prevention of protection that you can have from fire. And basically, all of us here, we are exposed to fire hazard. There are a lot of hazards, but fire is the specific one we are discussing. Whether it's in our work environment, it's in our home, or it's in the general public, we are exposed to this hazard. So I'm going to take one innovation that we look out for. When it comes to fire detection, you know, the first thing you do is prevention. If prevention fails, you must detect fire as early as possible because fire grows at a geometric rate. We are in this space now. There are innovations in the detection of fire because we cannot discuss the whole thing. You have smoke detectors. You have what is called fire phenomenon. Fire phenomenon essentially means there are material and energy component of fire. You have smoke, you have soot, you have sound, you have a lot of things. Now, each of these items, if you can detect it, traditionally, what do we have? We said there is no smoke without fire. It is not just smoke that fire produces. There are 2 major components of fire. It produces material component and it produces energy component. The material components are the things you see like smoke. The energy component are the heat, ultraviolet radiation, infrared radiation, and the sounds it produces. So in each of these areas, if you want to detect any of these parameters, you can do it manually. You can also do it automatically. When I say automatically, in this space, if there is fire, because we are awake, we can easily see it, isn't it? But if we are not in this space and something started generating smoke, you need to have a smoke detector in that space. This smoke detector is not one. You can have ionization smoke detector, you can have photoelectric smoke detector, you can have smart detectors. So in our industry, it is a constant improvement. The reason is simple, because as long as you introduce new material into the environment, you are introducing fire hazard into the environment. So you must also work on those 8 layers: prevention, detection, early suppression, evacuation, structural protection, compartmentalization, exterior protection, and ultimately firefighting infrastructure. The time is too small. So basically, in all of these areas, you have to come up with new ways, improve the old ways of how each of these items is handled. Thank you. I know I've exceeded my time.
I should have allowed you to speak last. Thank you, Doctor. The telemedicine is just another way of living now. To be able to have a quick approach to health and hazard issues. Can you brief us on the issue of telemedicine?
Well, we in the Federal Ministry of Health have not reached that level. Like I said during my opening speech, we have just launched our strategic plan. And having that document is a guiding document for us. All these are innovative steps that the ministry is tending to achieve. But in the time being, we still use our unified checklist, which has also just been produced in such a way that both the national and the subnational use a uniform checklist. And as Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, we focus on the health of the worker. When we go down, what we necessarily want to find out are usually pre-employment examinations. Before the workers are employed, they are supposed to do that. And periodically are also supposed to be checked. Other things we look out for are existence of clinics. Yes, somebody mentioned it here. When there are emergencies, how do you take care of your workers? Even have first aid boxes with trained first aid, because even if it's just a second, and you're able to give somebody first aid to save life, to die. Hospitals. If you can also have a clinic within, you can have retainer hospitals so that the workers can be rushed to such hospitals, which should not be far away from the industries. We also advocate for emergency preparedness. You should have ambulances ready where you don't have a clinic especially, so that when the first aider does his work, there's an ambulance ready to take the workers to the hospitals. We're in the era of sudden deaths. Here again, the Federal Ministry of Health is coming up. We're trying to bring up policies on how to manage stress, how to control the use of drug and alcohol at the workplace. There are times you go to workplaces and the workers are smelling of alcohol. They tell you, and this is what gingers me. This is how I become, strong to do the work. But they don't know that gradually they're killing themselves. All these are part of the innovations that are coming up. Health education talks. My brother spoke about coming down to the community level. The fastest way to get to the community is through health education talks. When you educate people, you talk to them, you'll be surprised that even somebody you think that is enlightened will not know the slightest thing. Say, is it true? So we should not just assume that everybody who wears fine clothes knows about health. So those are part of the things that the Federal Ministry of Health is trying to put in place to go down through the subnational. Like I said, the strategic plan is addressing the subnational mostly, so that it can get down to the roots, the grassroots, not just up there at national, We want to do things that will come down from the subnational to the local government and to the community at large. Thank you. I hope with this little information we've gained something.
Thank you very much. And I hope issues of telemedicine and co are in your strategic plan.
Yes, of course, technology is the basis of everything now.
Thank you very much. Yeah, now I go to Mrs. ADM Asan. You have been with the Council for the Regulation of Engineering for a long, and by looking at your data, thank God we are seated at the Ministry of Works and Housing. Today you are having almost about 80-something thousand registered engineering practitioners in Nigeria. Health and safety is paramount, and now we're even looking how we can innovate to have quick solutions to them. I know you have a roadmap that you're driving now.
Thank you very much, the moderator. Health and safety is a very important aspect of life. It's a concern for everyone. As engineers, I work with the Council for the Regulation of Engineering, like you rightly said. The job of the engineer handles, it's rooted in safety. Everything they do, ensures safety. So policies are being made right now that the council is considering to ensure that standards and codes are taken into consideration right from the teaching of engineers and even in practice. As an administrator, every office should be mindful of safety of staff and the environment. It's very paramount. I also heard a speaker say this morning, where there's no safety, productivity cannot hit the top. These concerns are very important. And in current times, a lot of things get to come up all of a sudden. There should be plans to handle this. A lot has been said about technology, but we can never overflow the issue. Technology is really advanced recently. We have virtual reality to improve training in these aspects. Every office should take advantage of these things. They are gadgets, and then constantly improving on what you have is very, very important. I don't want to say that there's any individual or an office that doesn't have safety policies in place already. But it's not enough to have these things just hanging there in a corner. There should be constant effort to improve on what is on ground, and to always implement. A lot of us have these things done, but you don't implement them. So always have these policies and ensure that there's an implementation. And once in a while, you can just do like a simulation where you create a false alarm, where you make sure there's a practical action on what, if it happens, can be done. A lot of times we also ignore the little warnings of incidences or things that could happen in an office. Every time you have a project and facilities unit. Whoever is responsible must always go around to ensure that everything is in place. Even if it seems okay, you just keep checking. You can never be too sure about safety. The loose ends should always be tucked in. Tighten them up, the bolts and everything, to make sure it doesn't happen. We don't leave it to one person. For safety and health concerns, everybody's hand must be on deck at all times. There are softwares, incidents reporting softwares that record and analyze situations for us to take better measures to handle it. Such can be installed to make sure these things are prevented. Training is very important. In every organization, you can always keep training and retraining. We have a very bad culture of training in our client. We use, in fact, an average, let me say, public servant believes that trainings are just opportunities to get the little PTAs and, have some time off work. But for safety, we shouldn't have such a culture when it comes to our health and safety. We can have in-house trainings in the offices to make sure these things are always on the minds of our staff and colleagues. And if you are a CEO, it's very important to take the safety and well-being of your staff to mind. A lot of times, maybe in an office, it has never happened. Someone has never collapsed. The building has never come down. So it never really seems important until there's an emergency. So at every point in time, as CEO, even down to the cleaners, do not neglect the little things that seem to be coming up. Take it seriously and make sure you alert someone if you can't handle it. Then it's important to have a risk-based plan. Sometimes we have the policy, but there's no team on ground. There are no people that feel responsible for these things. Have a team on ground that is ready to handle whatever could arise. It is very important. And then hazard control. Like I said earlier, constant improvement. Little things here and there could become big hazards we're not taking seriously. When there's an issue, nip it in the bud. Administratively, these little things here and there are the things that help us to continue to push. So please, let's have everyone's hand on board. Don't leave it to the council for the regulation or for the engineers alone or for the Ministry of Works to continue to push. We are all concerned. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That is a good one. I think I still have like 10 minutes left. I should continue.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's becoming interesting from administrative approach to engineering, philosophy, and psychology. Thank you, Madam ADM Asa. Now, to round it up, 3 key principles are involved in initiative. 1 is government, 2 is non-governmental organization, and 3 is we the people. So my officer, I will not start with you, you'll be the last. Madam ADM Asa, as a government for a starter, what is your own advice for us as a take home today?
Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, the little effort every day counts. Do not neglect the little things. Always keep at it. Thank you.
Dr. Man. I think it's the taking plan is there.
No, I won't talk about that again. You're asking for take-home advice now. Okay. You know, health is wealth. It is who is alive that we work and make money. When they see me in my office, they say, Madam Occupational Health. Because I asked them, you tell the medical practitioners to go and save lives. Who saves them? It's always a very big question. The employer wants plenty of productivity. He wants money. He wants interest. But who takes care of the worker? They believe if this worker is gone, in the next few minutes, another worker takes over. But it shouldn't be so. So our take home as individuals is save yourself first. Wherever you work, think of yourself first. If you feel you're not feeling good, you're not up to it, just say, please, I cannot come today. Just take an excuse and give yourself some time. A good boss will say, okay, take care of yourself. Because if you're not there, somebody else will take over. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My officer, Nigerian police is my friend. Where do we go from here?
Thank you. As we all know, police is your friend. So, in conclusion, in today's dynamic work environment, ensuring health and safety is a very critical issue, not only in our workplace, everywhere you find ourselves. You see some people, even if you're working in an environment, you have to assess where you are before doing anything. So let me just give a brief story of what happened to me. I closed from work very late. My car refused to start, so I went to a bridge to look for a cab. One guy was standing close to me. Then I noticed two other men across standing. So I was just observant. I saw the other person. It's like he was doing signal, he was signaling the other boys across. When I noticed, I just picked race. Before I could even know it, those two now came close. They started following me fast. There are some people I hate, so I just rushed to meet up with those people that were standing in front. So wherever we find ourselves, we should be conscious of our environment. It's very, very important. And also we should advise our people and colleagues. Like most of my police officers, I used to tell them, you see them, some of them, they have the body armor, they have the helmet and all that, but they'll be going out on operation without wearing those things. I don't know whether maybe it's lack of knowledge or what. So we should always advise them. If there is a way, I will plead that they can organize some seminars or training for them to enlighten them, not only them, even these Okada men, you see them going about without their helmet, which is very, very bad. And even in our offices, we can install cameras. It's very, very important. If there's anything that will put anyone at risk, we can foresee beforehand. And also, our staffs and our colleagues, we can also tell them or train them, or we can even call some professionals from the Ministry of Health or anywhere to come and give them health talk on the risks of maybe stress or BP and some of the things, because I've seen on several occasions where you see officers collapsing in the office. I witnessed like 3. And before they could even rush them to the hospital, they died. So some of them don't even know that they have health challenges. So they're supposed to be going to the hospital for medical check, at least periodically. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Engineer Brahman. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. As a take home, generally, you have a broad category of hazards which we are exposed to wherever we are. Even at home, we are exposed to hazard. At work, we are exposed to hazard. In transportation, we are exposed to hazard. Now, there is this saying, monkey see, monkey do. We have something in our industry we call the 3E, which I know some industries have adopted. The 3 E's are engineering, education, and enforcement. Wherever there is any hazard associated with any kind of work or in an environment, you have to think of it from these 3 perspectives. Do you have enough education to handle the hazard? Do you have engineering control in place? And do you have enforcement? Immediately something becomes a hazard, there will be, from the beginning of sovereign states, when people came together to agree that government should handle some responsibility. Every government constitution says protection of the citizen is one of its primary functions. And in the protection of citizens, you have to establish some kind of authority having jurisdiction. That is why you have Ministry of Labor and Employment, you have Ministry of Health, you have the Fire Service, you have a lot of agencies. Now, each of these agencies is an authority having jurisdiction. What it means is they have laws that they enforce. The natural tendency of man is to misbehave. So if you have law, you must also enforce. It's not just to have PPE in place. If you have PPE, you have supplied it. Have you given instruction? If somebody is not using that PPE, have you given him enough sanction so that others will take dressing? Am I communicating? So what this means is, as from now on, look at every hazard you have, whether it's electrical, it's mechanical, is physical, is chemical, is whatever kind of hazard you are exposed to, be able to identify it, have enough education in relating to that hazard, have enough engineering control in place, know the rules of that industry, and be sure it is enforced. I think with these 3 E's, if we have encouragement, we have evaluation, which are supporting E's for this, we'll be able to say, okay, we have reduced the risk and the exposure to this hazard to the barest minimum. Also, we should know that these hazards are everywhere. I don't like the title of occupational safety and health, because ultimately it is a community thing and you are exposed to hazard everywhere you are. Even as we are sitting here, we are exposed to hazard. So being conscious of this, please, every time we say is occupational health and safety, we should be aware that it is not just in occupation that people become exposed to hazard. Even as we go in our daily activities, it may be cooking, it may be taking care of your children, it may be even manning your house, it may be your function as a man. And ultimately, we should all know, especially the men here, we have the 3 P's. Every man is supposed to procreate, is supposed to provide, and is supposed to protect. If you have not been doing this, be sure it is your responsibility. This is what makes a man a man. You have to live like a man, you have to behave like a man, you have to act like a man, and may God give us the power to do our responsibility. Thank you.
You want to say something, sir? Okay, go ahead, sir. Yes, definitely.
ICT, please help us with a wireless mic. We also have questions from delegate participating from Zoom. In due time, we'll also announce it.
All right, so as we are working to restore the sound, I believe and hope that this conference today has been very wonderful and interesting. For me, it has been a very great one. Like I've really learned a lot, okay, from different speakers, especially the man who made presentation earlier. who talked about, innovative community. He was just making emphasis on the need for us to, strengthen on our existing methods in as much as the world is transforming, okay, and there is need for us to adopt, technological based approaches, okay, in managing occupational health and safety challenges. What about the things we already have? What about the methods we're already using? How far have we gotten to? How well have we been able to utilize these, methods? So he was talking about awareness. It's unfortunate that we as a people, especially in this society we find ourselves today, we are still, on the awareness level. Okay, that's why some persons will argue that there is no need talking about innovative approaches like adopting technological measures, AI, smart system, virtual reality, when we have not come out of awareness level. So he was telling us the need for us to start from where we are. Awareness, educating everyone, educating those around us, the school students or the students, okay, in our various homes, in the public related environments, telling others. So, he made a statement that if you can't train them, that is to say, if you can't educate them, you should not blame them, right? So it's very, very important. It's very, very key. So as we are working to adopt the innovative approaches to managing occupational health related issues, we should also go back to the drawing board and look at the existing policy, existing methods, and also strengthen them. If you cannot be able to buy the new technology, if you cannot implement AI to your system in managing safety and health issues, at least what you have already, you should be able to utilize it effectively. So it has been a very wonderful experience. And I also believe that it is same for you. All right. So in addition, you know that an institution like Occupational Safety and Health Association in Nigeria region may not, have to keep being at that awareness level. Okay, even as we are also dividing our strategy, okay, channeling part of our effort to awareness, there is still need for us to expose people to, all these new methods like the fireman was talking about. We all know that in today's world, there is something we call firefighting drones. We have robots, okay, used in managing fire outbreaks, especially where human beings cannot operate. Let's assume that there is fire at the high-rise building, for example. You know that before they can get to that point, or even the hose which releases the extinguishing material may not be able to reach at that point. So these drones can actually fly up to that very point and then extinguish this fire effectively. The robot system can also get to high risk areas where human being may not be able to penetrate due to heat. Okay, by getting to that point, there will be high heat, which will definitely affect, affect fireman as a person. Okay, so robots can actually get into this high risk zone and deal with this fire effectively. So I think they have been able to restore this sand.
You see how we can change the narrative. Thank you.
Your passion as a member of NSAP. I know all we've been doing in that aspect, and hopefully the Nigerian government will see importance of what we're doing, because it is high time they do, as life properties are to be protected. Thank you. Now I will just take two more to make it three, so we can round up. It is time for us to leave the stage. Thank you.
All right, so in continuation to my speech, while we wait on the sound from the center, there are so many technological innovations that has taken place, especially from 2020, okay, occasioned by COVID-19. There has been, development of softwares, okay, applications that actually help in the management of occupational safety. And we all are very conversant with AI. Today, everybody knows what AI is, artificial intelligence, and the need to adopt it in some of these things we do. Just take, for example, in a workplace, let's say you have been, engaged as a safety man, and there is a new project which you are not too conversant with. Maybe you are not, informed on the kind of hazards that may come up as a result of such work, task, or, project. Adopting, technological-based approach like the use of AI will help you, to review some of these, to predict some of the hazards that may likely associate with the job or the task your organization is about to embark on. And not just, revealing these hazards or these occupational issues that may come up, but it can also help you to suggest the control measures, effective measures to put an end or to mitigate this hazard. Okay. So you might
another
not.
thing I want to add also.
Okay, let's continue with
in the ministries, not just to introduce this safety or hold a seminar and discussion or training. Ministry should also have safety officers. Their duty is to, when they resume work, like me now, I'm a safety officer in Ministry of Works here. Everything concerning safety every morning as I come, HOD, I will know everything that's going, all the jobs, whatever we are going to do today, in my program. I will not say, okay, maybe I have other 3 or 4 personnel within my control. You first this, they are going to work this, you first this, you first, they bring report. From the report, whatever be on ground, I will not take it to the next, like the report. Otherwise, we will not achieve this in the next 100 years, because every person in the ministry have their own job. We can do all seminars or training or whatever, but the thing will be there. The reason is nobody is specifically for that purpose. But if now I'm safety officer or head or whatever here, definitely anything go wrong, I'm the one, the head of the department will ask first. So for that reason, I'll make sure that every day, daily activities concerning safety, they put in place and follow up. Not only this, all ministries. If this organization can collaborate with the government and fix this, this has been what is a very worrisome situation, because as far as someone is not there to specifically in charge of that, things are going to be as they are. Meanwhile, we're trying to make sure that improvement comes in. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Any other person again? Sorry, we'll be taking her as the last person. Thank
Good
you.
afternoon, everybody. There's something that I just feel I should talk on. Now, when we are talking about safety, we all are thinking of equipment, practical setup here and there to prevent people from having injury or things like that. But we have forgotten about safety culture of constant medical checkup. When you just hear that somebody, the person died, oh, I saw the person yesterday. The person wasn't sick. The person is dead. Oh, the person, I say, who told you the person wasn't sick? The person may not have been aware that he was sick because there's no checkup. If you go to hospital, I have some staff. When you control the entire staff of as the director of HR, you see so many things. Sicknesses, application, and this and that. The first thing I will ask, what have you done? I went to the pharmacy, I bought drugs. Bought drugs. What do you know is their problem? They don't know. No constant medical checkup. And there are some silent killers that are killing staff, children, affecting almost everybody. No symptom at all. This one will say, I'm not diabetic. Did you check? So I think which they can encourage constant this medical checkup, even in various ministry, if they can arrange maybe quarterly. Let medical team be brought into the ministry environment, random checkup, especially BP and two diabetic is so common, rampant, and these people don't know they are eating anything they want, they like. It's sweet, they just, so by the time they do this constant checkup every day, they'll know how to check their health, they know what to do and not what to do. So please, the people organizing it, because there's a limit, some of us, when you want to do it, some of the ministry, what they thought is, the director wants to get money. He's looking for avenue of bringing a program that money will come. But by the time it's being written from here to the various ministry, do this, do that, do that. I think the attention of the people involved will be called. And by the time these things are put in place, precious lives will be saved. Instead of saying sudden death, it will not be nice for us to die without reaping the fruits of our labor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me speak on the first person. Always consider yourself to be safe first. And there's one thing important. If you are heading a safety or you are heading people, the toolbox talk is very important. If you can do it every day, it won't take you more than 5 minutes. Let people know what to do. Let them know what to do. Whoever refuses to, please, if you can be able to sanction, you sanction and document it. Because if you don't do that, it will come back to you. Issue of because you are getting money, I always tell anybody my mind. But I won't stop you from doing what you want to do. I will tell you, please, sir, this is my own opinion on this particular matter. But if you feel it should go on, you are the one to direct. Period. Don't because of somebody is going to pay you. Nobody will pay you when your hand is chopped up. And once the hands are gone, they are gone. You just remain 1.5 hands. And the person will walk away and leave you. The national advocacy has done a lot. I don't think there's any ministry or any state government. If there are state governments who have not reached, they are very few, but they have received message. We'll continue to do that. You are here, sir. We'll take what you said, and also the issue of medical checkup. Truly, up till now, we don't know. Is let me say lack of awareness. We don't even know that depression is a killer disease. That is why you see men now, they don't sick, they only walk into the room and they come out dead. So in that aspect, you are here, sir, the regional president and the other national ESCO should please try to see how we penetrate government, even if it is for them to only understand what really depression is. Because, you know, man don't talk like a woman. You get home, you are tired, you have issues, madam start to dey talk. You have to respect her now. You go into the room. The next thing you see, say, the man will just be talking in his brain until it wears out. So that is an important one. I don't need to, I think we should just close this session. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Let's attend to one last question from the virtual participants. Yes, this question is coming from Taiwo and is asking, from Nigeria point of view and engineering wise, how far are we with telemedicine technology?
Thank God we have somebody from the Federal Ministry of Health here. Telemedicine technology is more or less like the level at which we are going on the Internet of Things now. I'm sure in the health sector and also in the engineering, there are a lot of changes ongoing in codes and standards. Because you don't have standards when you don't have issues. Issues must come. The COVID-19 opened up our eyes that we are still technologically behind. And that is when you can now see people start going to come up with sophisticated designs to save people in terms of respiratory, what do we call that machine? This machine we used during COVID. No, the one we use to control the breathing. No, apart from it, later there's so there are a lot of things going on. We won't say we're behind because now we already have a lot of biomedical engineering practitioners that are actually dealing with that, and also development of softwares in the aspect of telemedicine. I have come across one now developed. I have it somewhere that you can even talk to the software and it will detect what actually is the problem with you from the point of talk. And if you look at it, your phones now can even read your BP and all this. So for that, we're still developing our own system. We are not underdeveloped completely. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that. Taiwo, I'm sure you've heard that and we're able to answer your question. Please let my friend on suit just speak 2 minutes at most, please. He said it's very important. We need to round up and go for a break.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. It's a privilege to be here and for the opportunity granted to speak this. While all ministers have been speaking, we've learned from it, but I didn't see will I say anybody representing the Ministry of Education. So I want to speak in that light. Is there a structure that has been put in place for the NUT or NST? That is Nigeria's Association of Teachers, Society of Teachers, and then Nigerian Union of Teachers, to train teachers on how to tell them about this safety and then caution, taking preventive measures for their health care and their well-being. Okay, I've been to, let me speak from experience. So, sorry, 2 minutes. I've been to a school where I see a teacher, they have first aid, facilities, but the teacher couldn't make use of them. Are they properly trained? That is the question we should be asking some of these schools, when we go to some of these schools. And then secondly, we reach out to, if the students or these pupils learn about this health and then things that safety, as we all are talking here about, I believe they can go to their various houses, teach their parents, those ones in the rural areas, which their parents doesn't know how to speak English, they don't know anything about safety, they might handle things they do things anyhow. I believe the children can communicate these things to their parents. My teacher said this about safety. My teacher said you shouldn't do this way. So is there a way we can reach out to them, to the NUT and NST? That's my suggestion. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Let me quickly come in so that we can round up.
Give him some, someone who has been fairly old in the system. We have done a lot as regards that. We went as far as organizing, awareness campaign with the unions at various, stages. And because of their level of, I can't say careless or carefree approach to grasping what actually is our intention. But we know that we have made an impact and good enough during the National Advocacy Campaign. Ministry of Education have sent delegations, I think about 5 or so, to our, and so I think there is a desk officer right now in the Federal Ministry of Education. And during the we are flagging of the National Advocacy Campaign, the former Minister of Health and some ministers were here, and there was a big response as far as the ministries are concerned. So, but we will continue to engage, and more we wanted to inculcate at the curriculum of the primary schools. That was where our former regional administrator, Engineer Walaka, before he got promoted to regional executive director to Middle East and Africa, currently as relocated in the UK. So we'll continue to do our best. And even the NYC, we have gotten approval to visit the various camps to see how we can create awareness and work hand in hand with the NYC. But, along the line, how it works. It was, met with some challenges. Even the INEC, you can see how far I've gone. The incidents and accidents that during the movements of election materials, challenges like that. We have tried to reach and see how we can create value or try to reduce incidents. And, we've been doing a lot to see how we can change the pictures of things as far as health and safety are concerned. Thank you.
A round of applause for the chairman and council fellow, who has actually summarized all advocacy to ensure that safety from grassroots to the executive level is achieved, and is part of the advocacy for the Occupational Safety and Health Association. Thank you so much, panelists. Thank you for your time. Thank you to everybody who has shared insight. Virtual member participation, we appreciate you. We can now go for our break. Please, if you have your meal ticket, kindly step out from this front door. You pick up your pack and then come back inside the hall. We have a music interlude, a live presentation from one of our distinguished individuals who wants to entertain us this afternoon. Panelists, you can take your group photograph. Those individuals, delegates with meal tickets, please, you can move out through the first door, pick up your pack, and then come back inside the hall. With your meal ticket, you get your breakfast. Sorry, it's coming a bit late. Speakers, representatives of the honorable ministers, you can also join them. Inductees, you can also join them to pick up your breakfast pack. Mr. Justin, please, the instrumental for our singer. Let it come up. She's ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As we enjoy our light meal, I want us to take this opportunity and also enjoy the music I'll be rendering today for all of us. Thank you very much as you enjoy. When my heart hurting and I can't until you come, that's about you. If you reach within yourself and the sorrow that you know will melt away. And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on. And you cast yourself aside. And you know you can survive. When you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. Then you finally see the truth that a hero lies in you. When you face the world alone and no one reaches out for you to hold, you can find if you reach within yourself and the emptiness you feel will melt away. Then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fear aside, and you know you can survive. When you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. Then you finally see the truth that a hero lies. The dreams are hard to follow, but don't let anyone steal them away. Oh, 'cause there's no be tomorrow. Inside, you find a way. Then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast yourself aside. Now you know you can survive. When you feel like hope is gone, look inside this eyes. Thank you very much. And lastly, I'll be singing Never Enough. Never Enough. Thank you. Never enough. Sorry, can I have the volume increased? Thank you. Trying to hold my breath, let it stay. This can't let this when time settled with me, getting loud. And now, can you hear it? And when Thank you very much.
Welcome back from that break and music interlude. Thank you very much, Mrs. Bako. Please, we are moving straight to the investiture proper. We shall be having an investiture speech by the Chairman Council of Fellows, and all existing fellows will join in that procession as we move into the induction process for the new fellows. All inducted fellows all inducted fellows should please move out. The membership team will give you your gown. You need to put on that gown, and then we'll have a procession inside the hall using the back door. Our inductees participating virtually, we shall also acknowledge you, and you take part when we are actually reciting the induction oath. So the induction oath will be displayed on screen for both physical and virtual participants to read along when that induction begins. So I'll please beg all inductees on the fellowship cadet to go out, pick up their induction gown, and we'll have a procession back into the hall. All other members and delegates sitting at the left and the right side, please move to the middle pew Let's get it more organized. Please leave the left and the right side. Let's move and occupy the middle pew. It is very important. Thank you very much.
National safety. Oh, keep national safety. That association is here for you. Occupational safety. Occupational safety. Health association is here for you. The vanguard. We are the vanguard. We are the vanguard. Finding the world with safety as our mission. We are the vanguard. We are the vanguard. We are the vanguard. Providing the world with safety as a mission. It is time to spread this consciousness. It is time to spread this consciousness that safety education is wealth. That safety education is life. That safety rules the world. Occupational safety. Occupational safety. Health association is here for you. Our motto is promoting safety and saving lives. Our mission is creating proactive awareness and promoting MOSHA globally. Our vision is to make MOSHA an integral part of every sector in the world. Occupational safety. Occupational safety. Health association is here for you. Occupational safety. Occupational safety. Health association is here for you.
Occupational Safety and Health Association, OSHA Association, is a professional body with the sole aim of promoting safety and saving lives at home, in the workplace, and in every endeavor of the human race through HSE training, certifications, capacity development, individual and corporate membership, facility safety audits and certification, and advocacy/community outreach. Some of our prevailing events: online masterclass training series, national OSH workshops, International Safety Conference. Other activities include sensitization, awareness, courtesy visits, free training, and more. You can reach out today to participate in any of our masterclass training programs organized quarterly. You can become a certified member of the association by subscribing to any of our membership packages today. For partnership, collaboration, more advocacy programs, and other inquiries, you can visit our office at the ground floor, Federal Fire Service Block, Phase 1, Federal Secretariat, Abuja.
Occupational safety, occupational safety, health association is here for you. Occupational safety, occupational safety, health association is here for you.
I'm with you, and interested I will be saying shortly. Thank you very much. And yes, one can move to the other end, while the induction oath will be displayed on the screen.
Providing the world with safety as a mission. It is time to spread this consciousness. It is time to spread this consciousness that safety education is wealth. That safety education
I have a brief speech by the Chairman Council of Fellow, a congratulatory message before the induction oath will begin.
On behalf of the regional president, Engineer Dr. Olusegun, I, Chairman, Council of Fellows, Dr. Dalhatu Mohammed Ahmed, have the honor and the privilege to welcome and induct the newly branded fellows of this great institute. I humbly want to welcome them and also congratulate them for this cap that is added to their feet, and to wish them well in their business of safety henceforth. Once more, we welcome you and congratulate you for being a fellow of this great institute. Thank you very much.
A round of applause. Please let the mic go to the chairman, FCT branch, Engineer Christian Oyibo, and the induction oath to be shared among inductees. He will read or he will recite, and then you just follow up with him. And that is how the induction oath will proceed. Thank you very much. Engineer Oyibo, you have the floor.
Okay. You read after me. You mention your name. Hereby swear to abide by the following oaths. That I commit to ensure qualitative health and safety supervision to the best of my abilities as service to mankind and society. 2, above everything else and at all times, I will behave as a leader. 3, that I will care for and improve the health and safety of others. 4, that I will aim to limit risks and prevent danger. 5, that I will appreciate any other person that teaches me as I continue to learn and research new and better solutions to health and safety measures. 6, I will use the means that are made available responsibly and fight for their accessibility to all. 7, I will behave as a good human, treat humans respectfully, and contribute to the knowledge and science of ensuring good health, securing good health, safety, and environmental practices. 8, I will make sure that my attitude towards others cannot be influenced by religious philosophy, political opinion, social status, race, ethnicity, nationality, language, gender, sexual preference, age, illness, or disability. 9, I will respect and protect life. This I declare solemnly, out of free will and on my word of honor as a member of FOSHA Association, UK, promoting safety and saving lives. So help me God.
A round of applause for them.
Congratulations. You need to sign the dates, the location, your signature, and phone number.
Congratulate the following persons who are now completed their induction oath. Please sign the oath and return back to the membership team. TPL Ibrahim Mohammed Tahuddin, Mohammed Dalami Idris, Engineer Kingston MC Greeny is a virtual member who is also being inducted today. Dr. Mahmoud Jamil Zakari, congratulations to you. And lastly, Adeni Stephen Joseph. These are some of the fellow membership inductees that are actually signing their induction oath to be inducted as brand new fellows of the association. Thank you very much. Shortly after, full member, associate member, you will be next to be inducted after we complete this fellow membership. Their certificates, plaque award, and muffler will be presented shortly. If you have completed your form, please return back to the membership team and let the presentation of award, muffler, and certificate begin. Okay, the first person to be presented with the certificate by the Chairman Council of Fellow is Dr. Mohammed Jamil Zakari. He is a distinguished academic and administrator who specializes in mass communication and public administration. So Engineer Oyibo can present the muffler, which is the symbol of your fellowship. Congratulations, sir. And then the certificate that comes with the seal of membership is being presented by the Chairman Council of Fellow, Dr. Dahatu Mohammed, to the inductee. His certificate, confirmation letter, and the membership card. Congratulations, sir. Next is Muhammad Danlami Idris. He's a pharmacist, a distinguished senior pharmacist with over 34 years extensive experience in the pharmaceutical field. His last award is presented by the Chairman Council of Fellow. Engineer Christian Oyibo will present his muffler and the certificate to be presented in assistance with other fellows by the Chairman Council of Fellows. Congratulations, sir. A round of applause for him, please. Next is TPL Ibrahim Mohammed. He is a distinguished health and safety professional, renowned for his exemplary orator skill and dedication to the advancing of safety awareness in the FCT Fire Service. He is indeed a member before upgrading to the fellow cadet. Congratulations, sir. A round of applause for TPL Ibrahim, the fire doctor. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, sir. Next is Engineer Joshua Ben for GMA
Congratulations.
from the Federal Ministry of Works, Mabuchi. He will be inducted as a fellow member of the Occupational Safety and Health Association.
Them say, them tell you, say you can never be the one.
Congratulations, sir.
I tell you, say now you in 1 month, in 1 week, you will sing a new song. 2 days, a lesson than you will hear. Congratulations, you're in the glory of God. Congratulations, He has done it for you. And you will come back with a new song to sing. God is good. Yes, you will come again with a new song of praise. God is good.
Shortly after that, Engineer Kingston MC Brainerd, Managing Director, Met Oil Field Equipment Nigeria Limited, who is highly experienced in mechanical and aeronautic engineering, with over 25 years in technical and commercial roles, focusing on mechanical designs, structural integrity, project management, and industrial design. Engineer Kingston is our next inductee to be represented by Dr. Gilbert Osar. Congratulations, sir, and extend our goodwill to him. Membership team, please present his certificate to
Ever and ever. Yeah. Congratulations, I sing the glory of God. Congratulations, He has done
Fellowship Plaque Award presented to Engineer Kingston MC Brunet, represented by Dr. Gilbert Osar. Congratulations, sir. Chance to all our brand new fellows. You are now our city ambassador, and the duty is simple: to preach the gospel of safety, promoting safety everywhere, and ensure that you are saving lives. We are done with the first phase, which is fellow membership inductee. We shall move over to all other category of membership, full member category, and also associate member category. Our virtual participants and our virtual inductee, we want to acknowledge your presence and be rest assured that you should take part in the induction process. Join them in the oath taking and also be attentive to follow up when your name is mentioned. Remember, inductee, please, you can proceed and come out to the front. Associate member also, please come out and begin the induction process. The induction will be led by Engineer Christian Oyibo. He will take the induction oath And the Chairman Council of Fellows will present their certificate. Our virtual participants who are unable to attend, we are with you and we acknowledge you. Antonia Omonigo category is full membership. Architect Olubumi Ronke Adekale, full member category. Olajide Habib Oladipo is also a full member of the Occupational Safety and Health Association. We also have Emiola Sulami Olurufumi, also a virtual participant. We have Samsu Idris, associate member, and Olayinka Ayomiku Pamilero, also a virtual participant to be inducted as an associate member. Engineer Christian Oyibo, you can take the floor and get to the induction oath. Other fellows can join in the oath taking. Okay. ICT display the induction oath to its virtual members to read along.
Okay. Pray after me.
Them say,
I
them tell
mention your name.
say you can never be the one. God
Hereby swear
make I
to
tell
abide
you,
by the
say,
following oath. That I commit to ensure qualitative health and safety supervision to the best of my abilities as service to mankind and society. 2, above everything else and at all times, I will behave as a leader. 3, that I will care for and improve. Say, the health and safety of others. 4, that I will aim to limit risks and prevent danger. 5, that I will appreciate any other person that teaches me as I continue to learn and research new and better solutions to health and safety measures. 6, I will use the means that are made available responsibly and fight for their accessibility to all. 7, I will behave as a good human, treat humans respectfully, and contribute to the knowledge and science of securing good health, safety, and environmental practices. 8, I will make sure that my attitude towards others shall not be influenced by religious philosophy, political opinion, social status, race, ethnicity, nationality, language, gender, sexual preference, age, illness, or disability. 9, I will respect and protect life. This I declare solemnly, out of free will, and on my word of honor, as a member of FOSHA Association, UK, promoting safety and saving lives. So help me God. So, good date. the location, the sign, and phone number. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you all. Kindly fill that induction oath, your name, signature, and return back to the membership team. And after that, we'll start the process of certificate presentation. Certificate presentation will be done by Engineer Christian Oyibo. And shortly after, Dr. Gilbert Osa will also join as an existing fellow to present certification to other categories of membership of the association. Thank you very much. Membership team, let's proceed. Engineer Christian. Our first inductee happens to be a female, ladies first, as is always said. Osa Benedict Joan Noshokwe, a trustee for Friends Christ Global Aid Foundation. Congratulations, ma'am, for attaining the full membership of the Occupational Safety and Health Association. A round of applause to her. Please, let's clap for her. That's how we participate in such induction. Congratulations, ma. Next is Dr. Hadiza Nagode, the AM Health Safety, Security and Environment Transition Company of Nigeria. Congratulations, ma. Next is Awoyode Emmanuel, Environmental Health Safety Manager, Oriental Food Industry. Congratulations, sir. Next is Samsu Idris, Health Safety and Environment Advisor, Ilera Agro Processing Nigeria Limited. Congratulations, sir. Next is Aisha Mohammed Abubakar, the head of Health Safety Environment Unit, RX Innovatory Services. Congratulations, ma'am. Next is Tenga Samuel, Safety Inspector, Everest EGTL Chevron Escavos. Congratulations, sir. Next is Agunde Sunday, category full membership of Occupational Safety and Health Association. Congratulations, sir. We also want to bring on stage Engineer Suko Kufri Abasi. Is a principal mechanical engineer, Federal Ministry of Works, Mabuchi. Congratulations on your induction as a full member of the Occupational Safety and Health Association. A round of applause for him, please. We also want to congratulate our virtual inductee, Antonia Omonigo. Congratulations on being inducted as a full member. Architect Ulubumi Ronke Adekanle, Lajide Habib Oladi Upo, Emiola Suleiman Olorunfumi, Olayinka Ayomiku Pamileru, Engineer Joshua Ben Ojimen. Congratulations on your induction. With this, we are 90% done with our program of events. I want to appreciate everybody for staying this far with us. Congratulations to our team. Now we shall take a special remark from the awardee and fellow inductee. And this will be done by Dr. Mohammed Jamil Zakari. He will be giving us a good way on behalf of all the inductees. If he is still here with us. Congratulations, sir. Dr. Mohammed Jamil Zakari is a registrar, Federal College of Education in Nasarawa State, and is a distinguished academic administrator. He will be giving us special remark on behalf of the inductees and the fellow who have just been inducted into the Occupational Safety and Health. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the invitation to speak on behalf of fellows and other members that were inducted this morning. The President, Nigeria Regional Office of OSHA, the Chairman of Council of Fellows, Council of Fellows, distinguished leaders of OSHA, Nigeria region, my fellow fellows that were inducted this morning, and others who have been there in this very, very important association. Members that are inducted, presented with certification, including associates, I'd like to congratulate you. It is indeed an honor to be part of this Occupational Safety and Health Association family. Health and safety are very critical. As we all know, they are intertwined, they are inseparable, and it is everybody's business. So the importance and significance of safety and health, whether at workplace or at home or anywhere else, cannot therefore be overemphasized. I'd like to assure the council for trusting some of us with fellowship or membership that we are going to pull all the stops to ensure that we are positive ambassadors of this great association. I can assure you that we will be, in fact, we have been motivated by this honor to ensure that we trickle down the safety and health message, gospel. Will be your advocates. We ensure that we reach everywhere else. other than the occupational and community level that some of our speakers have spoken about. We're going to make sure that we reach our neighborhoods. We're going to start from our families and our friends. So consider us as part of this family. We hope to continue to network and engage with other stakeholders so that the message of this very important association will continue to reach to every nook and corner of this country and beyond, and make sure also that we bring everybody on board. I'd like to encourage the association to continuously engage with government, make sure that the presence of this association is properly codified. Let's secure some kind of arrangements so that we can do periodic, annual, quarterly, or whatever kind of arrangements that we will be doing safety and health talks to our various ministries and other critical stakeholders. On this note, I'd like to appreciate everybody else. And I hope on behalf of fellow members and associates that we return back to our various destinations safely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We are exhausted with our program of events, and we want to appreciate everybody for staying this far. Now we'll proceed as usual. We'll move through the front door and then pick up our refreshments. We'll continue with our networking and interview from media houses, and then we'll call it a wrap. I want to appreciate you.
They are already reaching people. Yeah. I say it's not enough. I don't want to receive banana from there are some people.
We have a contribution from virtual participants. ICT, please confirm. We have Zoom participant that want to speak. I'm hearing voices from Zoom. Okay, if no, I also want to thank everybody for staying this far. Congratulations to our newly inducted members, fellow category, full member and associate member. We are at the stage of refreshment. Please, with your meal ticket, please proceed through the front door, pick up your pack, and we are happy to see you. And we hope to see you in our subsequent events when you'll be inducted or participating alongside with other members. Thank you very much. On behalf of the Occupational Safety and Health Association, Nigeria chapter, and with greetings from the regional president, His Royal Highness, Dr. Ambassador Olusegun Aderemi, I wish you a very seamless transport back home and all the best, and ensure you stay safe and let your environment be safe. Good night to you all. God bless you for coming. Thank you very much. ICT can proceed with video of past events or a very good background music. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, see what the Lord has done for you. Congratulations. God is good. Them say that I can never be old. I've seen that. God is greater than that. Who come back with the Lord? Nobody. Who can change his mind about many years, in many ways? I have seen his faithfulness ever and ever. Yeah. Congratulations, I have seen the glory of God. Congratulations, he has done it for me. And I have come back with a new song to sing. My God is good. Yes, I will come again with a new song of praise. My God is good. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Time for jubilation. Congratulations. No more tribulation. You cannot refuse. Go on. I told you with Christ, you can never lose. Go on. Come on now. Give me your attention. Very, very soon, you will share your testimony. One by one, you will tell your testimony. Bigger than money, we say sweeter than honey.
You're the glory of God. Congratulations, He has done it for you. And you'll come back with a new song to sing.
Occupational Safety and Health Association, OSHA Association, is a professional body with the sole aim of promoting safety and saving lives at home. Occupational Safety and Health Association, OSHA Association, is a professional body with the sole aim of promoting safety and saving lives at home, in the workplace, and in every endeavor of the human race through HSE training, certifications, capacity development, individual and corporate membership, facility safety audits and certification, and advocacy/community outreach. Some of our prevailing events include online masterclass training series, National OSH workshops, International Safety Conference. Other activities include certification, awareness, participants, and more. You can reach out today to participate in any of our masterclass training programs organized quarterly. You can become a certified member of the association by subscribing to any of our membership packages today. For partnership, collaboration, more advocacy programs, and other inquiries, you can visit our office at the ground floor, Federal Fire Service Block, Phase 1, Federal Secretariat, Abuja. Call or WhatsApp +2349090997788. Email nigeria@oshassociation.org. Visit our website www.oshassociation.org. OSHA Association, promoting safety, saving lives.